sun or light of midday. Can be one or the other, okay? Now, this church used to be the church of the village. Imagine years ago, there was nothing here, okay? Only fields, nothing else. And just this little church in the middle. The first church was built on the 12th century. 12th century, it was much smaller, okay? Those days, in the 12th century, every small village in Andorra wanted its own church. It was a fashion, a big fashion, okay? So the builders were used to come from Italy to build the churches, and all the walls inside and outside were covered with frescoes, okay? Very interesting. We have a museum in Pal in Andorra talking about the ways they used to build the church. Very, very interesting. Anyway, 14th, 15th century, the Gothic style, nothing in Andorra. But the 17th century, the population of Andorra increased. So some of the churches were made bigger. Okay, that's the case here. This one was made bigger in the year 1658. Okay, what did they do? They changed the decoration completely inside, and instead of having all these painting frescoes, they were like wooden altarpieces. Okay, sculpted with lots of gold as well. Okay. We can say that the Virgin Mary of Meritxell was very popular in Andorra. Lots of people were coming to pray here, lots of people. So in 1873, the Parliament of Andorra decided that she would be the saint patron of Andorra. So they asked the Pope to make it official, and she was crowned officially the 8th of September 1921. So why did they pick up the 8th of September? I don't know if it happens in Ireland as well. The 8th of September is the day of the...
it's Our Lady's birthday. In
but here it means as well, it means that they've been found. The statues have been found somewhere. Okay. So there are legends, you know.
Okay.
So here's the legend says that the people of this village were in a religious procession in the winter, the 6th of January. And the 6th of January in Andorra, full of snow everywhere. And suddenly, they saw a wild rose tree covered with flowers. So they came closer and they found a statue in the middle of the bush. Okay? So they saw a sign of God and they decided to build the church. So 8th of September, the legends everywhere around here, or even in Belgium, there was a group the other day from Belgium, said the same thing there. Okay? So, for example, not very far from here, you've got a village called Font-Romeu in France. I don't know if you've heard about it. Font-Romeu. Font-Romeu means the fountain of Romeo. Romeo used to be a little shepherd. He was looking after the cows. And suddenly one of the cows next to a fountain started to get nervous and go like this with the leg. And they found the statue of the Virgin Mary as well. Okay, so almost everywhere there's this kind of legends. Anyway, since 1921, it's the National Day of Andorra. So what happens that day? The Bishop of La Seu-d'Urgell comes here to celebrate the Mass. All the politicians are coming. All the people of Andorra are coming here as well. It's a big day. And it's a day where people meet again. Because sometimes if you live in one part of Andorra, you don't have time to see the people in the south of Andorra. So it's a day that we can meet again, and we do picnics, barbecues, very important day, okay? Anyway, the 8th of September 1972, at night, the old church burnt. Everything burnt inside. We never knew what happened, never, okay? But everything was destroyed completely. Only some walls were left, and how you call it in English, the grill inside?
The altar?
Not the altar. I'm going to show it to you now. You can tell me the word, okay? And for years it was left like this. You know, it was in ruins. But in 1994, the Andorran government decided to rebuild it and to make a museum with photos of what used to be inside. So we're going to have a look now, and it's quite warm in the church. Oh, good. Catalan one. So lots of people were coming here when they had a problem, a physical problem, a legal problem. For example, if my hand was bad, I would come here and pray the Virgin Mary. And if I was getting better, I would make a promise, okay, to do something. And once it was accomplished, I was hanging on a grill what we call an ex-voto. Have you heard about it? Wax. Exactly, yeah. So if someone was the problem with his head, he would hang on the grill, head, or a leg. You need to see it on that photo afterwards. Yeah. Okay? A leg, head, covered with gold, and they were made in Barcelona. Okay? Now, okay? And you see, you got one bell left. You need two bells. One. The population, as I said, okay. So we decided to build this church. So the architect is called Ricardo Bofill. I don't know if you've heard about him in Ireland, but he's very famous in Europe. The father and the son. Now the son is an architect. He built lots of things in France, in Paris, in Montpellier as well. Very famous. So when they decided to build this building, first the population was not really happy. Too big, too modern, too much money as well. His first idea also was to build a monastery on the other side of the mountain with a huge bridge crossing the valley. But we never had a monastery in Andorra, never. So they decided, no, we just do the church, that's enough. Okay? So the first stone was put, the first stone underneath the altar was put the 8th of September 1974. And 2 years after, the 8th of September 1976, this part of the church was finished. Okay? So I said to you before that Meritxell means the sun of midday, or the light of midday. That's why the altar is right in the middle of the church, like the sun in the middle of the stars at lunchtime. Okay? And this altar represents the sun, as you can see here. Okay? Usually the altar is always at the end, because it represents the heart of the Christ, usually. But this one is in the middle. Remember that this church is only dedicated to Virgin Mary. There is no sign of Jesus here at all. Only Virgin Mary. Okay? Two main colors, white and black. White represents the snow that we've got in Andorra 6 months of the year, and black is the stone. Okay? Then again, the statue of Virgin Mary. That's a new one because the two other statues burned into the fire. Remember? Okay? But the style of this church is Romanesque. So this statue is called what we call a statue on majesty. So the little Jesus is on the knees of the Virgin Mary. Okay? And the hands are always bigger than the rest of the body to show the sign of welcome. Okay? And generosity as well. Then you've got 7 wooden statues, which were sculpted by a national artist called Sergi Mas, and they represent the patrons of each parish of Andorra. We've got 7 parishes. This one is Sant Esteve in Catalan, Sant Stephen in English. Sant Stephen? Okay. Then we've got here Sant Julià de Lòria, Sant Pere Martyr, Saint Peter Martyr. Then we've got Sant Sadurní from Canillo, Santa Eulalia from Encamp, Sant Corneli Canillo, and Sant Assiscle from La Massana. Some of the saints don't exist in they're typical of in this area of Catalonia. Okay? Now, when they used to build the churches in the 12th centuries, they were always orientated to the east, always, to Jerusalem, always. And this one, same thing, oriented to the east. We've got two cloisters, one to the north, the direction of France, and we've got 3 arches, like this, that represent the Romanesque style, but also the 2 arches that were left in the church, the old church, after the fire. Okay? On this side, oriented to the south of Spain, and this cloister has got Arabic style. It's got a little patio in the middle with a fountain as well. In this cloister, you've got an exhibition of models of the most beautiful churches of Andorra. a Spanish man that lived in Andorra years ago did it because it's a hobby to do models, okay? And we're going to have a look at some of them here. These kind of bell towers, we call them Romanes Lombard, because the builders were coming from Lombardia in Italy. And the people of this village made lots of money. When they built the mountain, close to the Spanish border, made lots of money. How? For the smugglers were going through their lands to go through Spain, so they went up.
Charger. Oh yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
The picks.
Yeah, we can get rid of these old paintings. They didn't know the value of it. Exactly. Saint Clément. Clément, what would be the translation in English? Clement. Clement. Yeah.